Wait, who am I? Who are you? Wait, no, I'm normal. I don't know why I keep saying this. So yeah, I said in the last one that I heard about that and Freaky Friday in general through this movie. But I'm going to be clear, I didn't watch the full movie. No. What I did watch is certain clips, because certain moments are, I think, iconic, which the rock concert at the end, which I would like to point out is really interesting, is not in the original. I think it's interesting because, like, with this one, obviously certain things have changed. And obviously I need to say this, having a person who has watched the original and reviewed the original and watched this. The original is school, and the idea that school for the girl, the school is hard, which, fair. Sometimes certain tests vary here with GBAs and all this stuff. Luckily, I don't need to deal with that shit. Yeah. And I mean that, like, I have GCSE in the UK, and I think GBA would be the nearest thing. I don't know. Being tested every year would be like hell. So I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. That's amazing. I never had to deal with that. Yay! That's besides the point. But that was the original one, which in this one, it's sort of like, you do have some stuff connected to the school, but you also have to be like, oh, how do you do that, deal with this, and then deal with having a band, which I love. And as the adult, the original one is sort of dealing with, oh, how do you sort of like be a stay-at-home mom with all of these and cooking and cleaning, which back when the original was airing was sort of a norm. And with the 2000, because if I'm correct, this is 2003, this is one where it's sort of, and then you sort of deal with more of like a job environment, which I would say is like interesting comparing the two. Because do I think, two things I would like to say. Do I think that there are certain things that like women are being looked more down, oh, you can't do this job because you're a female, etc., etc. Females can do any jobs, and I fully admit that. I also don't like the idea that some people are like, oh, what do you want to do? Be a stay-at-home mom? Like, some people do want to raise kids and look after kids. Some people also want to look after kids and have a job. All of these are options. These are all valid choices. But because I am either someone who's in charge of those options or someone who's impacted by those options, I feel like there's better people who could tell you why this has happened. But I just would want to point out that those are the difference. And I prefer this one because it's more interesting, because it shows more of their likes and dislikes. And yeah. I also like one little cut, but I'm going to explain that later because that's one cut. And that's, besides that cut and two other things, spoilers are going to be a bit less, but I prefer that than this. I just felt like I needed to say that because they are so different from that. And I do know that there is a sequel to this, which I am going to watch soon, eventually. I haven't watched that one yet. So I'm going to say the cut last because that's a quick one. The two things I like the speech because this is when they're swapped and this character who's in this body, even though that is the right order, it's a bit confusing. There's this really big speech about sort of like, it's really interesting and I really like it because it's sort of acknowledging both of them because they're both sort of like, even though in a speech you probably should be looking around, they both sort of like look and sort of like look at each other at his own moment and it's sort of that like, yeah, we actually get each other now. And I love it. I also like the final band at the end and the final concert, which I also find is fun. And I think at the beginning, they're still swapped, and then they swap back, and then they continue. I also like this idea, because in the original, there's no reason why the magic exists. This one, magic fortune cookies, and it's like, and you have it at the end being like, it's like, oh, I wish I'd learn more about you. Oh, I wish I'd learn more about you. And then you have some person be like, here's the fortune cookie. No. I like the idea that there's one person, and I fully love the idea, where there's one person being like, so these people are having trouble. It's like one of those moments was like, so these people are having trouble, I will help. It's not villainous, it's just chaotic in that fun way of being like, I have a way that I can help you to see each other's perspectives in the most literal way possible. Also, the one cut which I like is near the beginning of the movie. So, she's trying to get up. This is, they're in their own body, they still have arguments. They're trying to get up. The brother comes in and sort of like causes a disruption. The one thing I love is she runs, gets him out, closes the door, and then when you open it, it cuts to, oh, we're all done, we're getting ready. I love it. I love that, like, sort of like, close the door, open the door, I'm ready. And it's like, fully like 5 seconds, but I like that sort of like, boom, boom. Because like, yeah, they could have done something, probably not. But I just like the idea that it's like, oh, get out of my room. And then you hear, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. And I just like that quick cut. I don't know why. I just like it. That stuff, I just love. Don't know why. But yeah, this is really fun and I really love it overall. I haven't seen the sequel, obviously. Obviously, I know it's connected to this, and I've seen some trailers of it. So that's what I'm interested in. And obviously, I know there's another one which comes out in between these two, which, if I'm correct, is not connected to these two. But I'm going to watch that one next because that one came in between, and the last one came out 2024. So when I'm actually, yeah, I'm going to watch that. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Da-da-da. Freaky Friday 2018, I'm sort of going to watch that on the 26th. I'm watching it on the 16th of May, reviewing it on the 26th, and I don't think that's coming out until the next loop, which doesn't even have a date. But after probably Undead Unluck, or in case a movie comes out and we watch something as a family, because I'm going to start doing that. We haven't done it in a while because of a bit of a chaotic couple of days. But anyway, this was fun. This is insane, and I definitely would recommend for you to watch this. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, I hope you like this, and yeah, good night.